Hi, thanks for stopping by my channel. Today I want to kick off a new series. This series will be about mental health topics, and in this first episode I will cover anxiety. The foundation for a lot of feelings is laid in the childhood. When a baby is in a room and the mother leaves the room, the baby will feel very strong emotions of anxiety. It's because they don't understand that they and the mother are separate persons. So when the mother is in the same room with the baby perceives they have everything. And when the mother goes out of sight, they feel threatened. It's an existential threat, meaning they feel like they don't exist anymore. So they have extremely strong feelings. And after that, when you have a child about 3 years old and they lose the mother or father in a shopping center, there will also be very strong emotions of anxiety. If you have disruptions during those periods, you can have stronger and easier triggered perceptions of anxiety. So what is anxiety? Basically, it is the perception of not being safe. When a child is very young, they look to the environment, the persons around, to determine if they are safe or not. If they get a response that they aren't safe, they will look to the environment to get the response showing how to deal with not being safe. So it's very important to ask the question, did I have any grown-ups showing me how to regulate feelings in a safe and functional way while growing up? If you didn't have that, you will get stronger and more easily triggered anxiety as a grown-up. The cry we hear from deep in our hearts comes from the wounded child within. Healing this inner child's pain is the key to transforming anger, sadness and fear. So, basically anxiety is feelings of not being safe. If you had a genetic predisposition towards anxiety, as well as having traumas during long phases while going through developmental stages when growing up, you will most likely have stronger emotions and easily triggered anxiety while grown up. Okay, so some basic Freudian psychology here. In the anal phase, when you are around 18 months up to 3 years, you will see a lot of controlling behaviors, and those creates false sense of safety. And when you have these behaviors, you use them to regulate fear or anxiety or feelings of not being safe. So most often you tend to see boys acting out in different ways and girls being more self-destructive. Controlling behaviors can be, for example, if a girl don't feel good, she can use anorexia or bulimia as a way to control food to create a self-sense of safety. And boys can be a bit more acting out and aggressive, and I made a lot of videos about antisocial behavior. So basically they can fight and scream and destroy property and commit crimes and so forth when they feel bad. If you have severe problems with anxiety, you will most likely need the help of a psychiatrist, therapist, and even some medication. There can be a lot of progress made, but it won't go overnight. Normal levels of anxiety is part of life, and if you have a bit milder symptoms, mindfulness, meditation, eating healthy and working out can help a great deal. Here are some of the most common symptoms of anxiety: feeling nervous, restless or tensed, having a sense of impending danger, panic or doom, having an increased heart rate, breathing rapidly, sweating, trembling, feeling weak, feeling tired, feelings of unreality, being in a bubble, detached from reality, feeling pressure on your chest, dry mouth, dizziness. These are just a few examples, and symptoms may vary from person to person a lot. There are 5 major types of anxiety disorders: general anxiety disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, panic disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, social anxiety disorder. Think of this as a bit of an overview video. I will come back to this and expand on some of the topics I mentioned here. I hope you find the content interesting. If you did, please hit like and subscribe. See you next time. Thanks. Bye.